A secret crush. And if I told you who I had my secret crush on, then it wouldn't be a secret anymore because he watches my videos. So, what's a girl to do?
From the start, I lost my step deep within your eyes and your soft silhouette. The way you move, both gentle and wild. If only I could feel you for a while. I can't hear anymore. Now you are all I'm waiting for.
You look marvelous. What have you been doing? Oh my goodness, I am so glad you're here today. Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. Did you have a good week? I had such a good week. And I wanted to thank you so much for connecting with the video I did last week when my ex-husband was up here. And we did a little heart-to-heart talk interview, and you really seemed to connect with that. Even though he's a guy and mostly we're women here, it didn't matter. Some of the things we feel as we're in this particular time in our life, it's universal. And I have a message for you from John, and he sends his love and he sends his gratitude towards you for all the beautiful, beautiful comments that you left him and me. He read every single one of them, even the ones that weren't so like, what's he doing? Are you two getting back together? I mean, it was so cute and meaningful and important. And he wanted to thank you, and I want to thank you. You had so many questions. You had questions about where does John live, and are you ever going to get back together again, and what does he do for a living, and all these kinds of things. So I want to take this opportunity today to answer some of the questions that kept popping up. But they not all were about Johnny. They were about things you've seen in my house. And then one lady said, I read that you have a secret crush, and it's about time you shared that with us. And I thought, a secret crush? Really? Okay, I'll share it.
It's a hot air balloon.
Hello, look at they're waving to us.
It's a hot
Woohoo!
Hello, come up
Woohoo! You have 2 wishes in the world? What are they?
That one is that I can be the best singer in the world, and the other one is that I can be the best dancer in the world.
I think John said in the video that he had just turned 75, but a few of you did ask how old he was, and he is 75, and what he did for a living is he was a draftsman, and he was a brilliant one. He had amazing control of how he could draw, how he could calculate and design. He had a tremendous amount of talent. And at some times in his life, he made a tremendous amount of money. But through it all, the love that he always had for his only son, it overshadowed everything. And Johnny never did remarry. And he didn't have any more children other than our son, Chris. So I think, oh yes, and there was one more, John, question that you had. Why don't you two get back together again? you seem like you love each other so much and you get along so good. All right, well, John lives in Kingsport, Tennessee. That's where his family is from. And I live here. When we get older, I think we realize that there's more to a relationship than just love. You have to be suited when it comes to your temperament. And I like to think I'm right, and Johnny likes to think he's right. And we don't always have the best way to communicate with each other. We never did. It was oil and water. We could never go back to that. We could never go back to that drama. We just couldn't. We never talk about it. It never comes up. We actually have been together for 55 years. I mean, lovers have come and gone, but Johnny and I, our relationship has remained. One of the things I love about you the most is you seem to love my dog Desi so much. And about 4 times a year, I give him his little spa day, where he gets a massage, bubble bath. He gets his ears massaged. He gets his nose oiled. And I give him a little haircut. And so I don't have to take Desi to the groomer. And you want to know, what am I using? What is that unit that helps me groom him, cut his hair? And then it vacuums up all the hair. And what I did this time, I filmed it like I always do. And then I took the hair out of the unit just to show you how much hair Desi has that has come off when I give him a haircut. And that unit just, vacuums it right up, so it's really nice. So it is the CWAS unit, and I get it off of Amazon. I bought it for $105. And I think this week it's down to, I want to say, $49. But it's a good unit. And it has a lot of different attachments. This is what I cut Desi's hair with. And as you can see, there is a guard here, so I can't ever hurt Desi. I can't ever, scratch him with the blades. And that's pretty important to me, that I don't hurt my dog. I don't want you to think that the haircut that I give Desi, though, is perfect. It is not up to the standards of a real dog groomer. But to me, it's good enough. And I think for Desi, it's good enough. Can you give me? Can you shake? You saw this plate last week and you just loved it. And I did pick this plate up from the thrift store, and I will show you a close-up of it, and I will link what pattern this is. But you loved it, and I think you have always loved the colors green and lavender together. And I used to have before the flood, I had a bedspread on my bed that had these colors, and you loved it. have no idea why, but I love talking about lipsticks. I always have. Anyway, so a couple weeks ago, I did this my favorites of Amazon for the whole year, and I mentioned that this lipstick, Worth It, that's gone viral because all these starlets are wearing it, and then, they're going to the cameras and saying, what the lip shade is. So I had to run out and get it, and then I shared it with you, and a couple hundred of us went out and bought it. I like it. One of the reasons I like it is because some of my fall lipsticks, like Crazy for Coffee, I love that shade. But now that I'm older, it's a little intense at times. It's a little dark. So I can take Worth It and just put it as a topper, use it as a topper, and it just tones it down, but it still looks so beautiful. So it's kind of a custom shade. Yeah, that's good. The formula is very, very creamy, and I like that, and it's very moisturizing for my lips. So I could see if I was going to the Academy Awards, I would like that on my lips because it keeps my lips moist, and it's a very sexy, natural color. Another shade that I love for fall is the Secret. It's called Secret, and it's from Milani, and this is a very almost orangey tone, a little bit like Worth It, only a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more 60s, I think. I don't know how I would describe it, but it's very, very nice. And again, it will tone down anything that you might be wearing that might be a little too intense. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Of you are amazing sleuths. I did a wide angle of my basement. You wanted to know what these bags were hanging up off some of the pipes. And what I put in my basement, these are moisture absorbing bags, and I get these off of Amazon, and I forgot to mention them. But this one smells like lavender, but you can get ones that don't smell at all. But you just hang them up in your closet or your basement. Anywhere that you have moisture or mildew or any kind of funky, wonky little smell, you can hang this up, and the bag just takes in all the moisture like a dehumidifier. And then after a while, after about 6 weeks, you just throw the bag out and hang up a new one. But it keeps all those smells of anything musty, it keeps those smells away. But the extra bonus is that, like, my basement is dry as a bone, and I love that. There's no odor. It just smells so clean, and I love it. And I love the smell of lavender. So I'll link this below. You can get these in all different kinds of sizes too. I get the little ones for the closet, big ones for the basement. I have 2 in my basement. So yeah, and you can also get these at your grocery store. So how cool is that? How is that people who have never met me seem to understand me so well? How does that work? I wish I knew. I wish I could bottle it. But thank you. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Remember this amazing story that I read years ago about a beautiful woman named Lily in France in the 40s. And she was so astoundingly beautiful, and she was a professional painter. And she gave art lessons in her little community in France. And she was known for her beauty, but her talent was amazing. And she would go on to be a famous artist. But she gave art lessons for a little extra money on the side. And she was so young, she was 24 when this was happening. And a young man in her town. He was only 19 years old. His name was Robert. And he had so much talent as an artist, and he took lessons from her. Now, he was of a different religion than her family, so there was a problem there, but, well, they fell in love. She understood his amazing talent, and she nurtured him. And they fell in love, and they had a whole year together. And when they described their love, they just called it peaceful. And I thought that was so beautiful. Robert's family put an end to their relationship completely and moved the family many, many hundreds of miles away. Lily kept painting, and she never married, and she never had any children. And she missed him. All those years, she missed him. When she was in her middle 40s, she found out where Robert was. And she moved there. Even though he was married and had 3 children by that time, she moved there. She rented an apartment. She never intended on letting him know that she was there, but she rented an apartment so she could see him walk to work every day. That's all she wanted, was just to see Robert walk from his house to where he worked. Every day Lily would go to the window. She knew when he would walk by, sometimes in the hot sun, sometimes in the rain. So beautiful in the winter, bundled up. And he never knew she was there. She even changed the color of her hair. And she would say to her sister, who she confided in, "The pictures that I'm painting, they possess all the love that I have for him. That's all I need." After 5 years, Lily became very, very ill, and she wanted to pass away in that apartment, and her sister contacted Robert and told him what her sister had done for all those years, how she would just watch him walk by from her window. And he went to her. And on her deathbed, she didn't speak other than to say, "I love you." And Robert pulled out his wallet and he took out a picture to show her of his firstborn daughter. And all he said was, "Her name is Lily." That says it all. I do have a secret crush. And I can't say too much about it because he watches my videos. But every time I hear his voice and every time I see his beautiful face, I feel peaceful, really peaceful. And I just fantasize about me wrapping my arms around him. But I know that can't be. I mean, he's not married. He's not married, and I'm not married. And I see him, and he sees me. But I really feel, I don't know, I have a crush. And I guess that's all it'll ever be. But life's a funny business. You never know. So I thought what I would do is take my secret crush energy and turn it into something fabulous, just like Lily did. And we'll see how that goes. But I promise you one thing. If he ever gives me a sign that he's ready, I'll be there. I will. My son has the most beautiful backyard. It has miles of fields and it's just gorgeous. And he had the most beautiful giant weeping willow tree. And it fell over in a storm. And it was terrifying and beautiful all at the same time. I don't want to spend the rest of my life staring out a window, watching who I love or what I love pass me by at the same time every day. I want to participate in a life I can feel, a life I can touch, a life I can have. How would that look? Is that too dark? Oh, I'm not in frame.
Hello!
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 One thing about Desi getting his hair cut is for the first couple days he's just so cold. So I've got to put a sweater on him right now. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And if you get a chance down below, could you share if you ever had a secret crush? Please have yourself a wonderful, happy, brand new week. And when you're done with your week, you come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's a deal. We'll be here. See? Can you get me? Can you shake? Desi, can you shake? Yeah. There you go. Bob is the cutest little beagle down the street, and it is his birthday party next week. We were thinking about combining Desi and Bob's birthday together, but, well, they felt Bob wanted his own birthday, so there you go. Happy birthday, dear Bob!